Hello and welcome back to round 13, the second to
lucky
last
13.
round. We've got a game for you up here. We've got an exciting game coming up. Both players at around the 9 wins mark. So both players fighting to try and stay in contention to make the top cut.
Yes.
If they win, they have a chance. If they lose, they're definitely out. We'll see if these players can make it.
Yes, I was talking.
I think the game is starting up,
Oh.
so we might want to go right into it in a second. I think they might still be setting up, but we should be getting ready to go in just a second.
Yes, so I was talking to my cuts mathematician over the break, and they seemed fairly convinced that 10 wins and some combination of draws was going to be absolutely critical to make that
Okay,
cut.
so minimum 10 wins, you'd
minimum
say.
10 wins.
So
10
yeah,
wins.
so these players are at 8 or 9 wins. This means that with 2 more wins, they can definitely either get to 10 or above 10.
Yes.
And then from that point on, a number of draws could potentially get them into the top cut, depending on how things
Exactly.
go.
So they're very much still in the running, and but every win will count for these players to get them through to that cut,
Yeah.
that top 16, later on in the day today.
All right. Do you want to cut to the game? We can cut right into it in hopefully just a second. But yeah, I'm really excited. Also excited to find out if Chris is going to ID. Because once again, Chris did win the last round,
Analyze
which puts
Chris.
Chris at 36 points, 12 wins, 12 games.
Undefeated.
Okay, Chris ID'd.
That
I was
save
really
the
hoping.
energy. Save the energy for the
It's
cut.
the right decision.
Yeah.
It's the right
But it
decision.
would've been very funny.
But I was hoping that Chris wouldn't ID and we could potentially see a full 14-win day.
All right. So
All right.
we are going to the table. We have Ant1 on the left side playing Lat, and Fridan on the right playing BTL. Haven't seen Fridan has Mulligan. We haven't seen a lot of BTL this tournament, I don't think. It's been a bit low.
Yeah, I haven't really seen BTL. I'm curious what it's doing. I've seen some BTL kill lists. Like there's always that. We'll see what this specific deck is trying to do.
And just commenting on the playmats, we have 2 classic FFG playmats here. We have Trimarth Contact and Persephone, which are just absolutely gorgeous. Not as good as the NSG ones, I will say, but still pretty good. So
I really like the Trimath contact art.
yeah, it's a good one. So Fridan opens with a hedge fund install advance and ice on HQ, and click 3. We see a basalt spire in hand. Oh no, we already clicked 3. So Telework contract and nuke coming down. So the runner clearly setting up for a bit of a longer game. Makes sense. BTL is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yep.
Especially for shapers. You
Well,
need some
I don't know. I've seen a lot of BTL decks that try and go very fast.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not really sure what exactly this deck is going to try and do. It's definitely going to try and make a lot of money, though.
Yes.
Right.
So we're pushing something in the remote behind an advanced piece of ice already. So what is the runner going to do from here? Corp is on 11 credits.
11 credits, 2 ice down, 1 card installed, both of them advanced. Runner has a Simulchip, Creative Commission, just got unbanned. Very, very good card.
Turns out
Nuka on the board. Runner has a good setup for having money and credits, just all that stuff out, but no real pressure or anything like that.
So we see a wall to wall. That is just lovely to see early game. Getting that draw, getting that credit, getting that extra advancement on a piece of ice. When wall to wall is the only asset that you've got res. All three of the subroutines effectively. Firing is just lovely for BTL to see.
Curious what sort of things. We're seeing the BTL constantly playing an ice and then advancing it in the standard like BTL way, which while very powerful is also a little bit slow. You're spending 2 clicks on every single piece of ice. You're getting credits, you're getting advancements out of it, but it's not going to accelerate very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm curious what they're going to do with all those counters. What the plan is here.
Yeah, I mean, it also implies that this is some fairly big ice, because if they're trying to maintain their credit levels at kind of 10 or above, that means that they need the money to res on a couple of servers.
I'm not sure what card that is.
We see an SMC come
Okay.
down. That's a beautiful SMC. I love
That's a
it.
beautiful SMC. With that much money, we've got a total of Wow, 17 credits.
Yep, the
So
runner's gonna be
17
able to get in.
credits, you can definitely get basically anything with an SMC. It's just a question of what exactly you want to grab with an SMC.
So the runner not contesting this wall to wall, which is a tough decision. If you had a pinhole, you'd absolutely play it here. Got to get rid of that and that wall to wall. But going through 2 ice,
Runner is not really contesting anything, just spending time setting up. All right, we're going to see a hedge fund and a new piece of ice, and then are we going to advance it? Finally not going to advance a piece of ice. Nope, it's going to get advanced, same way as always. Yeah.
So
Just putting ice down, advancing it slowly, taking time. It's a dangerous play. I wonder what exactly the plan is here.
yeah, because there isn't. We don't have that operation whose name I forget, which is take all of the
Red Planet Couriers.
Red Planet Couriers. Thank you. That's rotated out. So the idea of using all of these as a battery just to drop them onto a single agenda and score them out with a biotic is no longer legal, so we can't do that. Trick of Light is also rotated, so you can't use these as a battery. So there's a lot of advancement going on. It's going to be pumping up the strength of the ice if you're dealing with Colossus, I believe is still in.
I think the best one's going to be Logjam. Having a
Logjam,
Logjam
yeah.
that you can advance, obviously, and then Pharaohs.
We see a Devitata drone, which is a lovely little R&D access. It's like a mini Maker's Eye every time you run R&D for
It's very good, but once again, we're not seeing any pressure. Neither player's doing anything.
Yeah, they're
Essentially.
both just building up, getting bank.
Both players playing solitaire. We've got 3 advancement counters on that ice. That means if it is a Pharaohs, it's going to be very miserable to get through.
It's almost certainly a Pharaohs. That burns an entire propeller for the run.
I also see at least 1 measured response in the corpse hand. So
okay. So maybe that's where this money's going. And this money's going.
there's definitely some sort of kill.
2 measured response. We just heard from the table. That is gonna create a lot of pressure on the runner to have to maintain a credit lead whilst also contesting with this massive ice the BTL is going to be putting down.
I'm curious what sorts of ice are on the board and what level of size they have right now.
I mean, Shape Arrow's got tricks. There are ways and means of mitigating the big ice propeller. If you can keep recurring it, is a good way of getting through stuff like Pharos. But it does have a limited battery. It does run out after a while, and it's just not. You can't sustain a long campaign versus BTL expect counter. In fact, we do see a propeller coming down. That'll
help a lot, especially against really, really big ice. It can't get through a Pharaoh yet, because 4 counters can only get you to 8. So a triple advanced Pharaoh.
I think isn't it strange? No, you're right. You're right. Yes, of course. Sorry.
4 counters only gets you to 8. With some other tools like a leech or something, you could potentially do it. But as of now, that won't get you through. It could get you through if you were crewing it, but I doubt this deck is running crew.
Seems unlikely. It's a very sensible deck.
I will say that Stone Ship chart room is going to be very valuable. Having that down means you can protect yourself against certain kill strats. A lat with a Stone Ship is really hard to kill.
Basically,
you're drawing an extra card at the end of every turn, and you're able to draw 2 more cards. If you can get 1 or 2 more down. Lat has so many cards in here. She's looking at a bunch of cards in hand, trying to so many cards to potentially play. Curious.
I see an Eru. Okay.
Eru, interesting. That's going to be Eru's going to be 3 cards in R&D when you run on archives if you have the full threat and everything. We're not seeing the threat yet, but that's still a lot of cards. It also is going to force the corp to ice up archives a little bit more, whereas before they may have been content to just sit around and mostly ice up the centrals. There's also the value of Arrow coming down and getting the corp to put ice on archives and then just running on R&D.
Not using it. Not using it. It's a sneak door play.
All right. Playing, I'm not sure which cards those are.
That's a hedge fund.
I believe that's a hedge fund. Hedge fund and a petty cash. Okay. So that's going to be 6 credits right there. And then advancing a piece of ice, not doing anything.
So the agendas the agendas are stacking up. I can see 2 Basalt Spire in there. So HQ is stacked at the minute, and the runner just needs to maintain 4 cards and 16 credits, or 8 cards and 8 credits, and they're completely immune to triple measured response.
Wow, and there's another stone ship. That puts you at a point where you can't be double measured response because 2 stone ships draws you 4 cards.
So both players playing very conservatively, very safe at the minute.
It might be that Antoine is just saying, okay, I know that for this game, your only strategy, if you play something to try and score, I can steal it. I can take it. So I'm not even going to try. I'm going to wait for you to try and do that, and then when you try and do that, I'm going to steal it, and then just sit back and you can't do anything about it.
Or attack everywhere. So you attack the server, make them as the big guys, and just go, okay, I'm not going near the server anymore. I'm going to Central.
I'm not sure that works here because the Corp has so much money right now.
Yeah,
I
but
think it's
Varus
more
is
of just
expensive.
Yeah, but I think it's more of just a threat of what exactly are you going to do? Okay,
we're tree lining for even more advancement counters.
Oh wow! So I have
that's
to
a log
imagine
jam.
that's a log jam.
That's definitely a log jam.
Log jam with 7 or 8 credit. Now, getting it up to 8 is not going to be as good against Propeller here, is interesting. If you can get it past 8, then it's obviously fantastic against Propeller, but 8's the minimum for Propeller. I'm not sure what's in Archives right now. I know there's an Operation, and I know there is a Ice, at least one. I'm not sure if there's an asset or upgrade in Archives. If there is, then you definitely get past 8. Well, no, wait, because you put 1 on it when you res. So yeah, we're definitely past 8. So that is safe from the Propeller right now. So Propeller not feeling great. Presumably there is another...
Second Propeller.
Okay, that's interesting, because that still doesn't help you. Like, you still can't get past the logjam there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. That is. Oh, okay, we're overclocking HQ. So I think the runners decided, all right, now's the time to go. Start creating some pressure. So yeah, the Corp is absolutely loaded. They're sitting at 28 cred. Mesna Chesvo.
I mean, good in BTL if you're going to do a bunch of advancement ice. You just get to take 3 credits from the runner.
Yep.
Now the question is, will Antoine try and do anything about it? Will they try and go get a breaker for this, or are they just going to let it fire?
I think you might. Right. I think you might as well.
SMC firing.
You need to do
so we're getting something.
Otherwise, the Corp's just going to start tempoing you out with.
You obviously want to do something with the overclock credits. There is the possibility.
Okay, we're recurring the Euler with the Simmel chip and getting something else with the SMC.
Okay,
full rig.
So that's going to be 5 credits total from the 5 credits from the SMC.
From the overclock, yes.
So we have a full rig. That is a very, very high strength Sentry Breaker. All right, let's see.
Clearinghouse.
Clearinghouse.
Ooh, okay, so we're up against the kill deck now.
I mean, trashing the Clearinghouse. Let's see. Go down to 5 credits. Definitely a little bit scary. You know this deck is doing lots and lots of different kill strategies.
Okay. I think we're getting a bit of judge intervention. Didn't shuffle after the SMC. Gotta remember to do that. Okay, so we pressured HQ. We see a mess in chest frame. We don't want to go back there too often. That's really expensive.
It's definitely, yeah, it's going to cost you 6 credits and then 3 more credits. Or it's going to cost you 6 credits total. 3 from the Mesh Nevesto and then 3 from the Unity break. 6 credits
it's not Unity, it's Euler.
Oh, it's Euler. You're right. Okay, that's even more.
Yes.
I instinctively see a green code gate breaker and I just think Unity. On Euler, it's going to be, let's see, that's... Oh, it's just 2 to break, actually.
It's 2 to break, but you also need to get to strength, which is not the cheapest. So basically, HQ becoming a little less tenable to repeatedly go for. So I think we might see the pressure.
Doable, though. You can still potentially do it.
Not something you want to repeatedly do.
The issue is that all of the other servers have 3 advanced encounters on them, which is scary. Any of those could be a Pharos, and if that's a Pharos, you're not getting in there.
Realistically, no. I mean, we might already be at the point where the runner's not locked out, but is...
The runner's definitely not locked out.
Losing
There's
a lot of tempo.
options. I assume this deck would be running possibly a Rising Tide if you're running 2 propellers.
Yeah, the 2 propellers kind of implies a rising
Seeing that could be good here to potentially just have a way to get in. But if you're going to do that, you need so much money. So we need to see some sort of good way to make a lot of money here. Curious what that'll be.
Yeah, so we're seeing Creative Commission and Overclock as the only money and obviously Sure Gamble is the only real money we've seen so far. Whether we're going to see something like a environmental testing, which would make sense with the propellers, or unlikely to see a knick-knack, I think. Although sometimes they do because we haven't seen any coalescences yet either. So. Yeah, I would worry that if this runner is running a little low to the ground on cash.
Still has the nuke
We see
on
a
the
seamless
board.
launch.
Seamless launch. Oh gosh. Okay, so that's gonna put.
That's gonna be a Basalt Spire. It's a Basalt Spire.
No. One of my personal rules for playing Netrunner is that if you can score a Basalt Spire, you can win the game.
So Basalt Spire.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Being able to recur 2 cards from archives, especially if you're doing a measured response strategy, means that at that point you can very easily play 3 measured responses in one turn. If you have 2 in hand, you're guaranteed 3 in one turn.
Exactly.
There's so many ways to potentially do it.
And we've already got 2 in hand. Now, measured response isn't live yet. It's a threat 4.
Yep.
But it does. But we know the Corp has 2 in hand, and even if the runner runs and manages to trash one of them, you can use Basalt Spire to pull that one back on the end of their turn, and then play effectively 3 next turn because there's 2 counters on it.
All right, replacing the Euler with a
fermenter.
That'll start getting you that money
that'll
back.
tick up
and
the
putting down a telework. That'll also start getting you that cash. Telework, pretty good card in both lat and mags because you can spend your extra time when you know you're going to get that extra card draw or that extra install. Instead of clicking for credits, just spending a click on the telework. You know you're going to get that free draw.
I'm not sure about trashing that debit data drone.
I
think the deep digs on R&D are how you're going to get out of this.
Well, right now you don't have any space to install programs. We haven't seen a leapfrog. We haven't seen anything that'll get you more memory. The only thing on the board, currently we're at 5 memory. There's only one thing on the board that gets you more memory. It's not quite enough.
Click 2 is play KPI. 2 install piece of ice.
All right, let's see. Another piece of ice on that server. Even massive thing. Putting another card in there. I'm wondering if that is another Basalt Spire, because another thing you can do with Basalt Spire is you can recur Seamless multiple times.
Ooh.
You can get back the Seamless on your opponent's turn, play it, bring it back to hand, play it again. You do mill 2 cards, which could be dangerous, but milling 2 cards to score out a Basalt in 1 turn feels great.
Yep. And it switches on measured response. So yeah, doing PD out of Wayland.
I'm guessing we'll see that, especially because if you do that with a Basalt Spire, you then have another Basalt Spire to play. I'm not sure what the card that just came down is. Glare's a little bit rough.
We got a nuke.
It's another Nuka.
Sorry, you have in hand? Yeah, no. Well, it's still your turn.
All right, here we go. Yeah,
we're seeing the recur.
I assume gonna get the Seamless launch back.
Pick up Seamless?
Yep, gonna get the Seamless launch back.
Cycle that on
You
through.
hate to see that because if you see that, you know that another Basalt Spire is about to be
I think they
scored.
just drew a second Seamless as well, so they don't need to recur it. Oh no, that's a wall-to-wall, excuse me.
Yep. Playing Seamless.
Double advance, pick up Seamless, and then pass out to pick up Seamless and Seamless again.
Recur it, play it again. And the thing is, at that point, you can't even, as the runner, be like, well, now the Basalt's gone because now there's another Basalt with the exact same ability.
Exactly.
And it's even worse because now it can do that with measured response.
So this is why I was a bit twitchy about throwing out the Devadatta drone, because you got to go now. You've got to, because if they're running green mails, which they probably aren't, but sometimes Wayland decks run that as an off one just to close out from 6. You're very limited on time when it comes to being able to stand up to measured response.
This definitely seems like the sort of deck that's probably running BTL, not just for the ability, but also extremely for the low agenda density. Just running 6 5/3s and that's it.
Yep.
All right, there's the Pharaohs, not going to let you in at all. Going to break it with Propeller? Not sure how you can do that. Oh, charging it with Stone Ship to give it another counter.
Okay, nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll let you break it.
And we're doing an error run, okay.
Doing an error run.
See Spindo?
Looking for the emergency game win.
We see a measured response.
Now, the thing is, you don't want to trash that, probably, because if you trash that, the Corp immediately adds it back to hand and hits you for 15 on the next turn. Yet choosing not to trash it so that it's not in archive, so that the corp can't have 3 measured responses.
That's rough.
Because if the corp has 2 in hand, that counts as 3 with the Basalt Spire.
Yeah.
So if you put one in archives, that's an immediate 3. No matter
Okay,
what.
so we see going straight back to money up. So one big poke on R&D, going back to money up, hoping that the corp doesn't have a green mail in hand to close off.
So currently, a green mail would win. I doubt there's a green mail in this deck. Given
Seems
what we've
unlikely.
seen.
I agree.
But more importantly, 8 credits, 4 cards in hand. It would take 3 measured responses to kill, and
Which
I
they don't have.
think
They've only got 13.
No, they do have the They don't. They do have the credits, but I don't think they have the money. Although, is there a petty cash in archives? Because if there was a petty cash in archives, that would win the game, potentially.
So we're going for an install double advance. So
Unless there were 6 cards in hand. If there were 6 cards in hand at the end of turn, then the stone chip would save you. So
I
I
don't.
don't want to do it there, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's a close thing. Putting a card into that server and just counting on the runner not being able to get in, especially because if the runner does go for it, you then almost certainly have them on measured response. Isn't the worst idea? If they go for it, it's going to cost all of their credits, and then you could probably go for them. Probably just get them, especially with that massive logjam.
So I don't hate poking here anyway. Even if you have no expectation of getting in, make the corp res it. You can duck 3 measured responses with the board set up you have at the minute, because if they got five cards in hand.
Yeah, just to answer a question in chat, Fridan is on 8-2 and 2. That's a mistake. Actually on 8-2 and 2, not 8-2 and 1.
So you can't.
But yeah.
So you can't duck a triple
Topping the
measure
fermenter.
response here, especially if you have that much money. But you need
Playing
8
another
credits
fermenter.
and 8 cards in hand.
Playing another fermenter, getting tons of money. 8 cards in hand is doable with the stone chip, because 6 cards in hand is doable with lat at the end of turn.
Pinholing to kill that and kill that. Fine.
Interesting. Are we going to see it actually get killed, or are they going to say, no, I need the money? I assume it'll get killed just to get it off the board, because that card draw is going to be dangerous.
Where did we pinhole through? R&D? Oh, it's just a discard. Discarded.
Oh, okay.
Okay, excuse me.
My mistake. All right.
That is a tall logjam right now.
Assuming it's a logjam.
It's
It's going to get res. It's just a messenger.
What else would you?
The ultimate bluff.
Those logs are definitely jammed. Okay.
Let's see.
So how's the court going to close from here?
I mean, the thing is, I think one option is just the main thing you want right now is just money. The only thing you're looking for is money, because you can put. Okay, I'm assuming that's a spin doctor.
Yeah.
You can put, if you put an agenda in there, you can force the runner to go for it and spend all of their money. But you're going to have to spend money resing ice, and that means you can't hit them with the multiple measured responses.
So no doubt Antoine has been counting cards until they get clean access on R&D, because I suspect they're probably going to try and do another arrow run in a second.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you could do one arrow run, but that would cost you the other stone chip. And if you do the stone chip, that removes your protection from 3 measured.
You've got to win the game somehow, though. Otherwise the corp's just going to build up even more and just get to a point like you're on 0 points at the minute. You need to make a move. And I don't think the win's going to be coming through that remote, because you have a starting at 7 going up more.
It should also be noted that with that Seamless in Archives and the Basalt Spire with 2 counters, any 5/3 in that server is an instant win if it stays there for a turn.
So you've got to move. You can't like measure response may come down. That is a risk you're gonna have to play around at this point. But you can't just kick back at this point.
The main thing that you have to defend against measured response isn't even cards in hand or the money that you have. It is more just denying the corp money.
Okay, we're pinholing to check.
Pinhole. How are we pinholing through archives, or are we pinholing through HQ?
We can't go through HQ. We haven't got a means of breaking it.
Oh, I assume we're pinholing through R&D. Yeah, pinholing through R&D
I like
to
this.
get
I like
the
this.
corp to
Spend
res.
7.
Yeah, res that. It's interesting.
Spend 7. Take yourself off of 15.
Try and force them to go for it.
No res. Okay.
No actions.
It's a wall to wall. Okay. You've got more to. Well, you've just made a run. So now you are measured responsible.
Yes. But you do currently on 15, 16, over 16 credits.
So as long as you have 4 in hand, you don't even have to burn.
You
your
don't have
pieces.
to worry about it.
And that would be all the corpse money.
Yeah. And you know that you're not going to instantly win. Although, I'm imagining a world in which that one card, that naked card in a random remote, isn't a spin doctor but is an agenda. It's not going to happen. That would be a completely
gross.
awful thing to do. Just doesn't make any sense.
Okay,
It is the sort of thing I would do, and that's why I love it.
We see that Pretty Mary
Another fermenter replacing the empty propeller.
The Pretty Mary is new, isn't it?
Pretty Mary is new as well.
Okay, so we're setting up the girls type build where we have lots and
You're
lots
now
and lots
going
of
to see
R&D
4
pressure.
cards from R&D if you run. I assume looking for a 1-turn win, essentially. Just saying, I'm going to try and do a run and just see every single card and get in there and win instantly.
Charlotte Cassador.
Charlotte's pretty
corpse,
good, especially
Corpse
because
Francis.
you could once again put that in the server and just threaten the runner into running.
Yeah.
The bigger problem is that with this much money, measured response no longer feels quite as good. You really kind of want to draw an agenda, honestly.
Yeah,
I
we're
wonder if that's
digging.
what we're seeing.
Oh,
trying
we
to
see an
dig.
SDS.
I think that's an agenda, yeah. We'll see what could potentially be seen there. I'm curious if we're going to see that get installed into the server. I would certainly consider doing that, especially because you have the instant win next turn. But
So
rezzing every single piece of ice is going to be rough.
Yeah. So what Fridan is currently considering, I suspect, is okay. I know where I've got a 5/3 in a place I can put it. How do I stop the runner just going everywhere that isn't that server and finding the rest
More
of
than
the
that, with the amount of money the runner has at this point, they could just get in. You've got all that. You've got the You've got the Euler in the bin.
How do they get past the logjam?
With a stone ship on the propeller.
The
Logjam's 11 strength.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
never
one
mind.
left.
They can't get in. Yeah.
They need to find the rising tide for that.
So in theory, now you do have the simul chip into a SMC. That is technically an option.
Painful, but doable.
Yep. It does mean that you could potentially just tax them out on the logjam and not res anything else. Because
Yeah.
even with 2 propellers done, that's still 3. Getting up from 3 to 11 is 8 credits at minimum. And that feels pretty good to make them pay 12 to get through 1 ice that you paid 6 for. But still, I'm not sure. All right,
Okay,
so
we're going for the
see,
push.
We're going to see something get put in that server. It might be the push. It might just be the Charlotte.
Advance this one.
Putting another counter on that piece of ice, presumably a Pharos, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So I think
Spend the tree line.
I think the runner has to try and win off R&D for.
Another tree line? Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is now a logjam that is at 14 strength.
I'll take your word for it. That is
Yeah.
a strong logjam.
So now you can get through that. That is doable with the amount of money that you have. But it also means that the runner is going to have to pay for 14 strength within. Rising Tide is going to be at 3 strength right now if you trash the propeller. That's 14. That would be 11. That's 14 credits. You're making the runner pay 14 credits to get through 1 piece of ice. That's most of their credits, to be frank.
I think a sensible play from the runner here would be get a card count on R&D and try and work out your odds, because you work on the assumption that the second
Yeah,
the
but the
corp goes,
problem is, given that what the corp is running, you're up against BTL, so you know that that's going to be. You know that the BTL is going to be playing 6 agendas, almost certainly.
Yep, so
And
3
given
are
that,
accounted for.
2 are accounted for, 1 probably in that server. The odds of you getting all 3 in 1 run
Pretty slim.
is so low.
So-
It's a chance you might have to take, but that's so low.
Well, this is why you ask for the card count. See what your outs are on R&D. Assume that they might have stashed one in archives, off one of the trashes. From
The other problem is that no matter what you do, this is your only option. If you go for the Pharos, you are saying I'm going to use the pinhole on that, and then you can't use it on the other Pharos, so you're going to have the Rising Tide. And Rising Tide on a triple strength Pharos with 2 pinholes in the bin is 7. It's 10 credits.
Yeah. So you're right.
You're
right. I
only
think you're
getting
right.
one You're only getting 1 chance here.
I think
you
you're
can't
right.
do both.
I think you have to attack the sub because
I
that does take.
I don't know what you go for. All options here feel very bad. I think that going archives is technically better. You can even potentially SMC for
I think that's what we're doing.
All right, yeah, looks like we're doing it. You might want to even SMC here to get back a Devada drone,
Yeah.
just to give yourself even more slight chance. All right, here we go. 4 cards.
Ready cash. F sharp.
That's game, potentially. Not a single agenda.
That's rough.
Right.
That's so rough.
So, given that you still have the clicks, you can go for the big surfer, and I think at this point you have to. Ooh, that helps. That really helps. Oh, wow. So, yeah, that currently starts at 4 strength.
That'll help a lot.
That's not great, but it's better than nothing. I assume now we're going to see the run. To just go for it.
And we overclock it. Okay,
right, let's see how much it costs. I'm curious to see where this is going to end. So starting at 4 strength.
So interestingly, the Corp doesn't have the money for triple measured response right now. If they resiny ice, they probably may not have the money for double measured response.
No res.
But if they just let it in, the runner.
I assume we're just going to see the res of the logjam here. Yeah. This makes a lot of sense because that's still, even with what's going on, that's so expensive. I don't think the Corp's paid for their logjam just yet. Gaining 4 additional. So that's not 10 credits. It goes up to 14. With 14 counters, that's 14 strength. So Euler, can we see Euler, or can we see Gauss again? Gauss is currently at
the
4
Corp
strength.
Still has not paid for that logjam.
Gauss is currently at 4 strength. Getting it up to 14, that's 10 credits, and then breaking 3, that's 3 more credits. So that is 13 credits.
Another Mesnichestvo.
Rezzing Mesnichestvo here.
Okay, interestingly, I think the Corp is giving up on the measured response plan because they've gone down to 3 credits.
I mean, that's fine because you've completely destroyed the runner's economy. The runner has no credits left. They have 1 fermenter, which is going to help them recover, but...
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so
no.
They take that.
Force them to trash. They're going to trash the Devada drone. Makes sense. Runner is down to 5 credits. That fermenter is going to be rough. Now, I don't think the runner used the...
I then spend this one. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, that helps a lot. Being able to spend the overclock credits, being able to have those, that helps a lot. Being at 10 credits is so much better than 5. Okay. Yep. It's not feeling as bad for the runner here now that you've done the math and you're still at 10 credits and the Corp's at 3.
Yep. If you can make it through a Pharos again, you just wait for clean cards to be on the top of R&D and go again. I think the runner might be able to close this because I think the runner will be working on the assumption that as soon as the Corp draws an agenda, they're going to slam it.
Right.
So
now,
they know the wins in R&D.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, we're going for another push. And an advance, that's the Cassador.
Now, here's the thing.
That'll be the Cassador.
If you're the runner, I think you can look at this and you can say, okay, I know that's the Cassador.
Yeah,
because if it was the 5-3, I wouldn't advance it.
Exactly. So you can read
You would
this.
just use the double seamless.
Count the Oh, sorry.
Okay, counting influence here, I assume trying to figure out is that potentially the Cassador, given how much influence is being spent.
I mean,
I don't believe Fridan would have won because the runner could have just paid through most of the runner could have paid through the measured responses there.
Yes, they would have been able to tank it because Fridan only had enough for 2 measured responses.
Yes.
And
even if he played all 3, the runner could pay for 2 of them.
Yes, exactly. So the runner was fine. And if they had petty cash to get up to money, which I'm not sure if they had at that point, but maybe they did. Then the runner just needs to hold 16 and 4, 16 credits, 4 cards.
All right. Runner's trying to decide if that's an agenda, you lose the game. If it's the worst feeling in the world.
Because you have a next level of things. It could be like, oh, okay, install advance. That's a Cassador. But
that would be an incredible
Then the
bluff.
Corp knows that the run's going to know that, so puts in it.
If you were bluffing that way, that would be an incredible bluff.
Oh,
to get
layers within layers. This is why we love this game.
Right. Trying to figure out what is the Corp doing.
Other thing to note, we've got 5 minutes on the clock, and the Corp's at 6 points right now. So Yeah.
They might have an extension. 1 minute extension.
Okay, 1 minute
So
extension.
6 minutes,
6
left on the
minutes
clock.
remaining. That's still not a lot of time versus this deck. They could run into
Notably, the runner doesn't have any Devada drones now, but does still have the Mary. So you're going to be seeing 3 cards from R&D when you run.
I think you just poke hard. Just poke R&D.
Poking R&D is so expensive, though. If
Although
you
actually
poke
no,
R&D, you
R&D's
lose.
R&D's not clean cards at the minute.
Yeah.
They're scene cards. So yes,
At some point you're going to have to. The question is, can you wait? Because if that's a Charlotte, you can wait. You can spend a turn. The deck will get more refreshed. Like, if that's a Charlotte, that's good for you.
Yeah.
The deck is about to get refreshed. It's going to lose more cards. You can go in next turn and see even more. If if it's not a Charlotte, though, you instantly lose the game.
But here's a slight problem. So you would see new cards. So you have got next turn regardless. The Corp also knows that the top few cards are clean. So there's a good chance what they might do is they might Spin Doctor. I think you can Spin Doctor for 0 just to shuffle the deck, then draw with the Castador to try and find that last agenda to slam.
Potentially, yeah. We might see that. There is also the strategy element of Fridan doesn't necessarily want any agendas to be seen. Fridan can just drag out the game. Obviously, you can't do that because slow play, but
Yeah.
if you just take your turns and you wait, you do win at this point.
Stall, basically.
Yeah, not fully stall, but
Yeah.
like taking time.
It's possible. I don't know. I think
Not going through your deck is pretty good. And on the one hand, you don't want to fire the Charlotte for that reason to not show more cards, but on the other hand, getting more money is so important because then you can potentially kill.
I mean, HQ is pretty secure at the minute. You can't get into it through either.
Well, you can get through it. You can't. Oh wait, no. Okay, no, you can get through it. It costs quite a bit, but it's easy to get into HQ. The Mesh Vesto is just expensive.
Well, it's harder to get into HQ than it is R&D at the minute.
Cup and then a run straight into R&D.
Yep, this
Interesting.
is correct. I think this is.
Seeing one.
You're sweeping the hand. Yep, doesn't matter what it was. You just need to access a card to host it on Cup because we're building our own live
Then
work.
overclocking into R&D, overclocking into HQ.
We're sweeping HQ.
I presume to just see as many cards as possible. Probably going to just try and trash.
So we know HQ's clean.
Yeah, so we know HQ's clear. Now the difficulty here is you're now low on credits. Potentially could die to measured response.
Yes, because the
We do have the fermenter still is on the board. That can get you somewhere. All right.
Oh, that's not what you want to see.
You can't. Yeah, not paying for any of those. Choosing instead to keep the money.
5 cards.
2 and
Wait, was that last click? Is that okay? That's game then.
Yeah, that's game.
Yeah,
Measured
that's
response.
game. Oh wow, doing that last click is so rough. Getting the credits.
So he read. So they read that was that was an agenda.
Petty cash for 2.
Looked at it, saw that it was an agenda, and decided to go for it.
Well, yeah, and this is why there was this last-ditch dive on HQ.
Yeah, playing defensively is not slow play. Taking your time to sit and think is valuable. Taking your time to sit and think is valuable. But more than that, not stalling, but like playing through all of your options and playing very defensively is very valuable.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to. He got the win. Well done, Fridan.
Yeah,
Great job.
Tough call. Well done, Fridan.
All the agendas still in the deck.
Yeah, they were all still in R&D. You had to stall out you had to wait for fresh cards to show on R&D as the runner, and then make a deep dive and hope that got you enough.
Amazing game by both players. It
Yeah,
was fun to
definitely.
watch that. Just I love watching a game like that where it's just slowly. You're watching both players try and figure out when you could potentially push, when it's safe, when it isn't.
very cerebral.
Yeah.
No,
All
that
right.
was a good one.
With that round, I'm going to wrap it up there because we're just about done, and then we'll come back just a bit before the next round to talk about the current standings and who's potentially definitely into the finals and who we're still waiting to see might make it.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
See you then.
See you then.